other stuff was for weather observing.
But you were sending rockets up for weather readings?
Yes, at the 300,000 to 400,000 foot, which is where the atmosphere, where the shuttle actually enters the atmosphere out.
You know, that's interesting. You know why, Bob? Because I was reading this week that there's actually one of those contests. You know how the X Prize contest? They got a contest and they're working on you and me creating a rocket that you and me can send to the moon. That has the telemetry and everything to get to the moon. Is that something interesting or?
Man, that's a lifetime project, is what that is.
Oh, they said they want to get down to $5,000.
I don't know, that doesn't sound possible.
Yeah, well, that was the first time you heard me say that. But I was kind of intrigued by it, and I'm going to follow along the process to see what happens. I wouldn't mind sending a rocket to the moon.
You can imagine the government to jump in. If they truly had a individual or private sector rocket that will hit the moon, you want to see how fast the government jumps on that deal and stops it?
You think so?
Oh, I know so.
Well, don't say that, because I want to get one of those $5,000 kits and send a rocket to the moon.
You can imagine 100,000 people have these $5,000 rockets pelting the moon and knocking satellites out of the sky. And
that's funny. So
they'll jump all over it and stop that.
So what did they do? You were using smaller rockets then, of course, 3,000 feet. You would actually use like what I would consider.
There was a propellant part of the rocket. It was like 10 foot long. It was about this big around, 10 foot long. Then you had a payload section that was about that big around.
Alternators.
That actually made it into the propellant section. And when it got to that 400,000 foot mark, it would deploy. And it would float back down like a weather balloon of sorts. It had a weather package in it, and we tracked it all the way down. All the temperature, humidities, winds, and the wind is the important part for the space shuttle stuff. I actually got a citation when I got back in the States from that assignment, signed by Ronald Reagan himself, about the support work we did.
That's cool. That's cool.
It's pretty specialized work, and it was.
And you were in the Aleutians?
Yeah, that's where the shuttle track actually starts coming in the atmosphere at the Aleutians. That's really so important out there.
So they were monitoring that pretty.
Yeah, because the wrong or bad type air currents and everything, it destroys the shuttle. So critical with the friction.
What do you think of this cloudy weather? We've had clouds now for a while, haven't we?
Yep.
Let me ask you another question. Did you hear anything about Comet Lovejoy? This comet that went around the sun?
Just seen some names.
Man, it came really close. I mean, most comets, sun-grazing comets, and this was part of that Crux comet. A Crux comet was a big comet that broke up